Bitcoin was just now rejected at the major resistance of 119K. So look at this. We have new all-time highs here with Bitcoin, all the way at 119K, $126. So you can see that we were rejected off of that level right here. And that is the Fibonacci retracement all the way up here at 119K. So that is a very, very, very big accomplishment for Bitcoin. I've been talking about this. I've been talking about this level because that's just the Fibonacci. That's just where the resistance is. And we have been rejected off of it. Now, something important to realize here is right now, we're kind of bouncing off of a support now. So this area back here is now being used as like a minor support area. These two areas, because this is just where it is. As where our previous resistance was. So that's where our support is now being for our minor support, that is. So we have those small little minor support areas that we're now bouncing off. So we can go ahead and mark these supports if you want to mark it on your chart as well, so you can track this. So we have a minor support area here, and that is at about 118.4K. All right. And then you have up here the one that we're kind of like stuck on right now that we're trying to get above. So you can also mark it right here for a minor support at about 118.8K. Let's just say that. So we have these two levels that we're looking at here, but they're very minor support. So don't even really worry about them. That's if you're like doing a day trade or swing trade. But right now, what we want to look at here is the MACD. So if you see the MACD, this is the 15-minute chart, by the way. So on the MACD, you can see these little lightly shaded green candlesticks. This just indicates that now we're going to a more bearish approach and now selling is coming up. And it doesn't necessarily mean that we're going to pull back because we didn't do it here. You can see the lightly shaded green ones started coming up. That just means less buying is coming and selling is about to come in. That's exactly what happened. A little bit of selling came in, and then you see some more green candlesticks here. And then you start to see the red candlesticks, which shows that we're going to have some selling and pulling back. And then the lightly shaded red ones means the selling is slowing down, and then the buying is going to start picking up. And that's exactly what it did. Buying started picking up. So if we are to go by what just happened, we can actually look at what happened before and say, hey, now we're getting these lightly green shaded candlestick, means less buying is coming in. We already got the selling initially from that. And you can see here a little bit of selling happened when those lightly green shaded candlesticks came in. And now you can kind of see it happening here. So right now we're just waiting for a few more of these lightly green shaded ones. And then we might start having the bigger green candlesticks, right? The larger green candlesticks here for the MACD, which could actually help us rise a little bit more until, like I said, hey, watch all my videos. I said if we get above 119, we're probably gonna get a little bit above 119. This Fibonacci here, possibly hitting 120, and then having a nice little pullback here to kind of cool off, so that we might end up seeing that where we just break the Fibonacci very, very slightly, just so then we can hit 120 and cool off a little bit. But we did just now reach that. And if you also look over here at the RSI, the RSI was overbought a little bit here, but not by much. The RSI can be overbought for way longer than 5, 10 minutes, or an hour. So I think we have a lot more to go. This is just a little small pullback. And you can also see on the RSI how it's kind of crossing a little bit. If this RSI cannot stay overbought for long, then we're not going to do all of this, right? If the RSI does not stay overbought for long and you start to see it curving downwards and downwards and downwards and still going, that is going to look something like this, us going all the way back to about 116K. So we don't want to see that RSI on the 15-minute chart going down too much. Now, that's just a very short term point of view looking at the 15-minute chart. I know. If we look over here at the 4-hour chart, though, we see something a little bit different. We see we are very much overbought on the MACD, very much overbought. And we just now seen a little bit of green candlesticks. But look at how the lightly shaded red one is now poking up, or poking out, if you want to say. All right, so now it's now popping up, and now you can start to see that we might start switching back to these green candlesticks on the MACD. So that is actually a good sign, because that means we still have more momentum to go. We were very much overbought here, but we do have more momentum to go. So that is always a good thing when you see that. It just shows us, hey, the momentum is still bullish and we're still on the right track. And you can see here on the RSI how it's crossing and it's trying to go up a little bit more to stay overbought. for a little bit longer. But it might not stay overbought for too long because already been overbought since the 10th, and it's the 13th now. It's been overbought since the 10th of July, and now it's the 13th of July. So, like I said, we may break this, get to like 120, possibly even 125, 130K. But then eventually we have to see that crash. We have to see that dump, that pullback, because that is what's going to end up building our momentum back up so we can get higher and higher. Now, looking at the daily chart, the 1 day chart, uh, huge discrepancy between these two lines on the RSI, which means that this red line has to come back to meet the white line if it wants to continue to go up. And usually when that happens, we see a little bit of a pullback again. So we may see this breaking out a little bit, but then pulling back to come and meet this white line and then staying in the overbought area for a little bit longer. And then you can also see the MACD is curving upwards. The MACD does not look like it's slowing down at all. You can kind of see there like no lightly shaded green candlesticks on the MACD yet, right? So we're still moving up here on the MACD, still bullish for the 1 day chart, the daily chart. So that is also good news as well. And then as for everything else in the market, we're still seeing a lot of movement for everything else. And that's because Bitcoin, I mentioned it yesterday and every other day, like Bitcoin is really running everything. All these different coins are ran by Bitcoin right now. I think the one with the most gains right now in the last 7 days might be Stellar XLM. So yeah, it's doing pretty good. So yeah, we have all these gains for all these different projects. Let me know inside the comment section what you want me to go over next. I'll go over any of these altcoins as long as they're not scam coins and some random coin that just started today. All right, as long as it's not nothing like that, then I'll definitely go over it. But yeah, I do see that we have a lot of different coins here inside of the top gainers for today. So if you want me to go over any of these specifically, let me know in the comments. I might go over this coin called Altcoin. It's a Solana coin. It's been doing big numbers recently. So I might just go over that. But it is new, so I don't know if I want to, but it's still 629% in the last like 5 days, I think. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. So, anyways, this is all I got for you all today. Just kind of wanted to bring that to your attention. And again, just to recap, we are probably going to be a little bit overbought for a good little time for Bitcoin. Like you're definitely going to see it staying in the overbought regions, all in the overbought territories. You may even see another breakout. Like I said, look, this is curving upwards, so it could stay overbought for a little bit longer. And you're also starting to see this this green candlestick coming up. And yeah, we're definitely still looking bullish here, but it's easy, very easy for it to invalidate that and then go back down a little bit more and start printing red candlesticks here. And one of the main things that you want to pay attention to is this right here. If you start to see this continuing to go down and then red candlesticks starting to be printed out for the MACD, and then this curving downwards with the RSI, then that's just showing that we've peaked out for right now. And then we're going to pull back and try to build that momentum back up. So that is what that could mean. We just have to wait and see if that is what it is. But I'll keep you all updated. This is all I got. Hit the like button and subscribe. Remember, I'm not a financial advisor. None of this financial advice. Leave a comment in the comment section. Let me know what you guys want me to go over next. I know I sounded like a car salesman, but anyways, I'll be back with another video.